The Icons of Real Estate Podcast. Are you ready to learn the proven money-making secrets from top-producing icon agents? Ready to skyrocket your business? This podcast is for you. Tune in every week and find out how to implement proven strategies to 10 times your business. From $3 million to $30 million in just 12 months. Brought to you by the Masters in Real Estate Marketing, Arter SEO.
Welcome to the Icons of Real Estate. I'm Tim Calloway. We have a very special guest for you today, all the way from the wonderful, beautiful city of Breckenridge, Colorado, Pete Deininger. How are you, Pete?
I am having a great start to my day, and thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, fantastic. You are with the Breck Life Group, but
Yes,
I got
sir.
to ask you, before we get into that, I got to ask you this one question, and I told you earlier, I asked it of everyone. Were you the young man of 5 years old tugging at your parents' pant leg saying, how do I get into real estate? Or were you like most of us where you kind of fell back into it?
I took a very roundabout course to get to real estate. But when I moved to Breckenridge in 1994, like many people, I had to have multiple jobs here in Breckenridge. It's an affluent community. And when you're starting out in your 20s, you've got to figure out how to make a living. So I combined many years of building homes in the summer, many years of working in restaurants in the winter, and eventually I taught myself web development and ran my own web development business. And as I watched some of my dear friends move from the customer service industry of restaurants into the customer service industry of real estate and quickly grow a decent business, I thought that combining my construction background, my customer service background, and there was this new thing called the internet, and having built hundreds of websites for other companies, I thought maybe I would build a really good website for myself and promote our services. So that's how I got into it.
No, that's a nice story. No, I mean, and I love the resourcefulness of it all, right? So you got into it. Now tell me about the Breck Life Group. Are you a team? Are you solopreneur? How does that look? And and how did you come about building it?
Absolutely. Great question. Early in my real estate career, and my first day in real estate was January 1, 2008. So if you think back to what the market was doing in 2008, it was a pretty bumpy start to real estate for me. Sure. But through, thanks to my parents, a lot of hard work and ingenuity, I built a pretty successful business in the first couple of years, so that a few years into business, I was quickly finishing the year, several years in a row, as one of the top 1% of selling agents here in Summit County. Nice. And through helping other agents in my office and sharing what I had learned, in 2015, I decided that I could use a little leverage in my life, and I hired my first assistant, and then quickly wanted to build out a team. So we, Breck Life Group, are a team of 8 or 9. We have one part-time marketing person that helps us. And really, it was my passion for helping others, which had helped me be so successful in helping our clients. When I began to apply that to helping younger agents gain the skills needed to be successful, that's when I really started to realize that's my passion. I love helping other agents grow a big business.
Yeah, I think the day you wake up and realize the for others mentality, and that money will always come. You can make money in a lot of different ways. But especially in real estate, when you start helping others, the money will always be there. But being able to wake up every morning with that zeal and zest, for 2 Z words, by the way, the zeal and zest for going out and helping others achieve their dream, right?
Absolutely.
Because moving's a dream. I always feel like moving's a dream. You dream about that beautiful home. You dream about living in Breckenridge, of all places, which is beautiful. For those who have not been there, you should. But it's a dream, and you're helping people achieve a lot of the times those dreams.
Absolutely. And really, there have been I think, two guiding principles from early in my sales career that have propelled all of us at Breck Life Group to achieve the highest level. One, and I heard this a very long time ago, and I absolutely love the quote from Teddy Roosevelt: "No one cares how much you know until they know how much you care." And selling real estate in a resort market, it's a relationship building process first and foremost. People need to know that you have the experience, of course, but they need to know that you care about their dreams and their goals.
Right.
And the other guiding principle is the platinum rule. And I think it's less well known than the golden rule. Everybody knows the golden rule: do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. But the platinum rule really is treat others as they wish to be treated. And for us, really the focus of how we can treat others how they wish to be treated comes through questions. It's always our goal to make a connection with people by asking really, really good questions that get to the heart of why they want a vacation home or second home or investment property in the mountains of Colorado.
Nice. I mean, yeah, and it just goes back, like you just said, that dream, it's just amazing. So before I get into the future of of your group, before I get into the future of Breck Life Group and kind of where you're going, let's just take an intermediary here, and I'm going to let you kind of expound on the great life of living in Breckenridge and what Breckenridge has to offer. And I'm going to tell you, Pete, just treat me like I've never been there. And, and I have no idea of the wonderful, quaint place, or maybe not so quaint anymore, but the beautiful storybook village that it is. I'll boost it up a little bit like that, right?
Absolutely. Well, this town certainly still has an incredible character and charm to it. And I've been here 30 years now. I came to Breckenridge, like so many people, because it's a world-class ski resort, and we are passionate about that lifestyle. And in fact, that's how I named the team Breck Life Group. So many in real estate name it the Pete Deininger team or whatever their name is. And
right.
It wasn't about me, it was about the lifestyle. And so many of our clients said, we're so jealous of the life that you have there in Breckenridge. So during the winter, it's skiing, it's snowboarding, it is hikes in the woods, it is sleigh rides, it is snowmobiling tours. It's an absolute winter wonderland. And then there is a saying that most locals hold near and dear to their heart, which is, I came for a winter, but I stayed for the summers, because summer is magical. Temperatures in the 70s, low humidity, and it is, hiking, biking, fly fishing, whitewater rafting, golf at the town of Breckenridge is the only municipally owned Jack Nicklaus designed golf course. So it's an incredible place for adventure in the summer. And it is unlike so many other, what I'll call ski resorts, in that many towns that developed around a resort were a resort first and grew into a town. Whereas Breckenridge was a booming town in the 1850s as part of the mining era. And so incredible history here, charm and character.
Yeah, just a wonderful place to definitely visit, ski. And I have been in the summer, and you are correct. It actually, the one time, and this isn't about me, it's about you, but I have to say this. The one time I did go in the summer, I want to agree with you 1,000%. I think it meant more to me in the summer than it did the winter. And that may have been because I had been there many winters, so I had an expectation. But when you show up in the summer, especially if you drive through that nice little town next to you, who were named Nameless, that has a lake right there, and you drive past that coming into Breckenridge, and you're just like, man, this is like, I didn't know this existed. It's amazing. And I've been to Bear Lake and stuff in California. I've been to Tahoe. It's not the same, but it's still, those places are beautiful, but just maybe it's the compactness. I don't know. Beautiful place. I'm still envious.
It's a world of adventure right outside our door, and we do sell in all the towns of
All
Summit
right, Frisco, Dillon, I was gonna,
Frisco, Dillon, Silverthorne, Keystone, Copper Mountain. We help families to wherever they want to be.
It's the Breck Life. So I was like, well, I don't want to make friends in other towns. There might be an EXP guy down the road. Who knows?
Right.
But no, fantastic, fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and go back into my normal line of questioning then. Pete, tell me what's in store the next 1, 3, maybe even if you can go out 5 years, what are you looking to do and how do you plan on getting there?
Yeah, well, I think our goal is always to help those people who want to realize that Breck life for themselves. And it's a resort lifestyle, whether it's at the beach, whether it's on a lake, or whether it's in the mountains at a ski resort. And so
Yeah.
For the next 1 year, we're going to navigate these challenging times. And the reason they're challenging, I think everybody is aware. Obviously, prices over the course of the last 3 years have run up pretty significantly. That can price some people out of Summit County. We are finally, for the last 6 weeks or so, seeing mortgage interest rates floating down. And so we're actually getting a lot of calls from buyers who, when rates were on their way up and we were at 6%, it didn't feel good to them because it was relative to where they had been. But now that rates had been bumping against 7% and are floating back down, we're actually getting a lot of calls from buyers who realize that historically 6% is not an unattractive mortgage interest rate. And if they float down into 2023 and beyond, they can always refinance.
Sure.
And the other tricky piece happening here in Summit County, like many resort markets, is some restrictions on short-term rental licensing. And so
Yeah.
I think we as a team continue to sit in on every municipal, whether it's town or county meeting, to better understand their goals for the community and how they'd like to see moratoriums or licensing unfold. And we've got a pretty clear direction of the shape that's going to go. So I'm pretty optimistic about 2023 early on, that we're early into the calendar year. We're seeing a lot of buyers return to the market to take advantage of the incredible lifestyle here.
Well, that's fantastic. I like hearing that. Some positivity after a couple of months of Chicken Little, the sky is falling. I also believe, and you and I are experienced, not aged, not old enough. I never say those. We are experienced enough to know or have seen the early 80s, mid 80s. And I always like to tell people, well, if you'd like to get in my time machine and get 17% interest rates, I'd be more than happy to do that. And the reality is, if you want to make the move to paradise, or you want to make that move, then make that move. There's always other opportunities, but you don't get time back.
Correct. And a lot of our clients, they come here because, in fact, there's one gentleman, I remember the first time I spoke with him, and he said, Pete, I want to do for my family what my parents did for me. And that was, they brought me here to Breckenridge as a little boy, and I grew up skiing every weekend with my family. It's the memories that I cherish. It's the experiences that I cherish. And that's what I want to be able to bring to my children. And so, I looked at him and said, we have a saying here. I mean, we're living the Breck life. Don't keep your dreams on hold. I mean, at the end of the day, we can always refinance, but tomorrow is never promised.
Great advice. Great advice. How would someone get in touch with you, Pete, if they want to live the Breck life, or maybe they want to make that dream come true? How would they get in touch with you?
Absolutely. All the usual places on Facebook and Instagram. We are at Breck Life Group. Our website is www.thebrecklife.com, and LinkedIn, all the usual places. You'll find us if you just search for Breck Life Group.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, Pete, I'm going to ask one more thing of you before we sign off. And I always say I'm the DJ, you're the hit record, if anybody knows what records are anymore. But you're the hit record, and I'm just spinning them. Take us out the last minute here and share with us whatever's on your heart, your mind, your soul. And it can be about real estate. It can be about the wonderful area you live in, or family, or even your pet dog, whatever it might be. But take us out with a good word.
Sure. As I look back over the last 15 years in real estate, the thing that has been most rewarding for me, and I know it's true for all the agents on our team, the thing that is most rewarding is when we have one of our client appreciation parties and our clients show up and they are so incredibly happy that they made the decision to purchase their dream home. It's really that they took advantage of and continue to take advantage of all the things that vacationing or spending extended stays. We have clients who purchase a home and end up using it for the entire summer because they winter in a nice warm place like you, but they come here for the entire summer, and it's a lifestyle that we're selling. And so if you're drawn to that, whether it's the mountains or the beach or the lake, I just encourage people to take the chance because it's really an incredible lifestyle.
Awesome. I love it. Gets me almost a little teary-eyed when I think about it, Pete. You're killing me. Yeah, I love it. And thanks so much for being on the show. Pete Deininger, thank you. The Breck Life. I'd like to catch up with you maybe over the next 3, 6, 9 months, see how things are going. Gosh, maybe you can put me up somewhere and I'll just stay a little longer.
That sounds great. You come here. We'll do the next episode from right here in Breckenridge.
Oh, I love it. All right, Pete. Have a great week and be safe.
Thank you very much.